The samurai, masters of the sword, unmatched in discipline and bound by an unbreakable code of honor. But really, what did it take to be one of Japan's most feared and honored warriors? Today, I'm diving into the intense physical training, the simple yet effective diet, and unshakable mindset of the samurais and their code of Bushido. This is Warriors Reborn, where I break down the training, nutrition, and mindset of warrior creeds throughout history, and see how we can apply their philosophies to our own regiment. Today, we're heading down to feudal Japan to break down the samurai. From their mastery of combat to their unwavering code of honor, let's see how the samurai stacked up and how we can incorporate their training into our own routines. Let's go. When you think of the samurai, you probably imagine a stoic warrior wielding a katana charging fearlessly into battle. The truth is a little bit deeper than that. Their training was more about perfecting the mind, body, and soul through years of disciplined practice. The katana, while being their main weapon, wasn't the only one they were proficient in. They knew how to use the bow, spears, and hand-to-hand combat. Samurai didn't spend all of their time fighting. Samurai is just another term, for example, for medieval knight. It was a title for a noble, for example. The title did, however, describe them as warriors first and foremost. Much of their time was spent meditating, practicing calligraphy, and studying poetry. Why? Because for samurais, their mind was just as important as their swords were. Samurai were warriors, but their training extended beyond just brute strength. Their training focused on agility, balance, and precision, because any wrong step in combat could be their last. So they had to maintain full control over their bodies, whether they were on foot or on horseback. So in order to train like a samurai, here's a little samurai workout full body that I've just come up with you guys that incorporates a lot of balance and a lot of strength training, especially with body weight drills. Remember, they did not have access to wham, large, really impressive 21st century gyms. First off, we're hitting that Spider-Man push-up, hitting that core and chest, getting a nice pump in, perfect for the warm-up. 3 sets of 20, 10 each side, should be perfect for this. Next up, we've got V-ups, 3 sets of 15. As we all know, combat explosiveness comes from the leg, core, and back. Bulgarian squats are perfect for this and for balance. Aim for 3 sets, 10 reps on each leg. Some reverse lunges build the glutes perfectly, and again, focus on balance. 3 sets, 12 reps, 6 aside. Renegade rows to push-ups build perfect chest and back strength. Aim for 4 sets, 10 reps. Followed up by single leg dumbbell deadlifts. These ones are probably going to be the most difficult that you're going to do today. Balance is paramount. Get each one perfectly. If you don't get one right, try again. Don't consider that a rep. Build up to this 3 sets of 5 reps on each side. As you get better, 3 sets, 10 reps on each side. These are amazing. Farmer carries, super simple, super functional strength. Go up and down until failure. And then the battle rope. This is the one that absolutely kills you, drains you. Endurance is key here. If you don't have endurance, you're not gonna last. Regardless, with or without endurance. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 6 times over. Then we switch into the slams, another 6 by 30. Finally, we're ending with a pulling motion for the posterior delts. Get 3 sets of 15 reps in, and that'll be your workout. The katana, of course, was their primary weapon of choice. Mastery of the sword was above all else. It was the highest form of combat, though not the only one. The samurai were also proficient in the yumi, their longbow, especially while on horseback. This was perfect for their long-range attacks and while in battle formation. See, the samurai trained years and years on end in order to master the way of the sword, in order to become one with the way of the warrior, the code of Bushido, and to be able to instantly enter a flow state while cutting down their enemies. Though as we all know, the physical demands of combat don't just extend to technique. A lot of it does come down to endurance and strength. The samurai needed enough strength in order to haul 60 pounds of armor, while at the same time being able to endure for hours on end under relentless conditions. While samurai were great warriors, their diet was super simple and focused on maintaining their physical strength and agility. In contrast to modern athletes who prioritize high protein diets, samurai instead focused on balance and high energy diets. Rice, vegetables, tofu, fish, and miso soup were absolute staples in their kitchen. However, I decided to come up with a little ramen recipe for you guys. Here's the thing, I wasn't really feeling rice today, so I'm going for ramen. I like to pack a lot of food into one very dense or very big meal. I like to fill myself up a lot because I really only eat once a day. And considering I'm trying to lose weight, that meal needs to be anywhere between 1,400 and 1,700 calories. Basically, for the one meal that I'm gonna eat, I can eat absolutely anything as long as it's very high in protein. I get roughly 140 grams of protein on average, and I'm within that range of 1,400 to 1,700 calories, which means I should be losing at about 0.75 kilograms a week. Ramen is going to be super simple. I'm using the ready-made stuff basically, so let's just get right into the cooking. I'm making sure to prime the kettle with some water already, get that stuff heated up way before you even begin cooking. I like to chop up some vegetables after that. Like I said, I really like to just pack a bunch of stuff in, so whatever seems nice. I usually go for the broccoli, carrot, and mushrooms. Honestly, I could just have a mushroom soup. It's super umami, super flavorful. And then getting sun-dried tomatoes adds very sweet flavors to the meal. I love using this cold-pressed avocado unsaturated oil. Extra virgin apparently, whatever that means. I mean, I guess it just hasn't been fucked in the proper way. Very confusing to me. However, this stuff basically keeps all of its nutrients, good for the body, and from what I understand, keto and all of that shit friendly. Frankly, this stuff is the stuff I go to. Also, it flavors pork like a motherfucker. Yes, I like pork, I'm Bulgarian. This is the stuff I'm into. However, this, I'm telling you, go for it. Go for it with meat. You don't want to be frying stuff like eggs in this. It'll give it a bitter taste. Believe me, that's the last thing that you want. Get all of that into an already heated pan with the oil, and I like to add some chili flakes for extra heat. Hit it with that soy sauce for flavor and for color, and all of it goes into a bowl. Top it up with the water and cover with a plate just to make sure it steams through. Pork with ramen usually goes absolutely phenomenally. I had some pork belly left over, put that into the pan just to get that stuff heated up. Didn't wash the pan, make sure all of that previous flavor is still incorporated. And for some extra added protein, I bought some haddock fillets, I believe they were. I told you I like to have everything in this meal. This is not traditional ramen. The big issue right now is these aren't soft boiled. And that is a very big L. I'm taking a major loss here, guys. A major loss. And there you have it. Banging, Jesus Christ. And that is how samurais ate. It's certainly how this samurai is gonna eat. I know it's not traditional, but frankly, it is what it is. Samurai, as with much ancient warriors or warriors in general, ate for function and not for pleasure. Their meals were primarily designed to fuel their bodies for long periods of combat or drawn out periods of marching. It's funny when you imagine a warrior's life to be about 20% downtime, 20% combat, and about 60% marching. That seems to be all they do. Rice seems to be an Asian staple as a whole. It seems like they have a lot of land in order to cultivate it. And due to being an island, fish was their primary source of protein. Vegetables like daikon and seaweed added nutrients to their meals and kept them healthy and in top shape. And miso soup provided again essential vitamins and nutrients and gut health for the samurais. Now I know this is a meme, but they did live and die by the blade. The code of Bushido, or the way of the warrior, was a philosophy centered around honor, loyalty, and discipline. And this code guided every portion of their lives, in combat and out of it as well. Honor was paramount. A samurai would rather die than face shame or dishonor. Sometimes though this reached a bit too far for modern standards. Seppuku, for example, was a practice of, well, offing oneself in the case of shame. Except the issue was, shame came very regularly to these guys. Let's say they spoke out of turn, bam, seppuku. They really ended up using that bastard for practically anything. This even extended to so far as ending one's whole lineage, killing their newborn child sometimes. Though they only got away with this because they practiced pure discipline, both mentally and physically. Death was nothing to be afraid of. For the samurai, the ultimate failure wasn't losing in battle, but it was losing their own honor. The code of Bushido pushed them to constantly evolve, constantly improve themselves, striving to get better with each passing day. Through meditation, they learned to clear their mind, maintain focus, and control their emotions even under most stressful situations. Regularly practicing zazen or seated meditation, samurais learned to calm their minds and stay focused. Now it's time we put ourselves to the test with a samurai-inspired workout. This routine focuses on balance, strength, and mental resilience, key components for any warrior, whether you're wielding a katana or just hitting the gym. First movement, weighted lunges with sword strikes. To mimic the controlled power of a samurai sword strike, we'll add weighted lunges with a sword strike motion of your choice. This builds strength in the legs while improving upper body coordination and precision. Aim for 3 sets of 12 reps per leg, focusing on form and control. Imagine you're drawing your katana and striking with precision. Every move must be intentional. Second movement, archer's hold. Archery was a vital skill for the samurai, especially from horseback. The archer's hold is a static exercise where we hold a resistance band as though we are drawing a bowstring, building strength in the shoulders, upper back, and core. The goal is to hold the draw for 30 seconds per side, maintaining proper posture. This will test your endurance and stability, just like a samurai archer who needed to maintain control while drawing their yumi. Third and final movement, zazen meditation hold while in plank. To honor the mental discipline of the samurai, we're adding a core strengthening plank hold. This isn't just about physical strength, it's about focusing your mind, staying calm, and embracing discomfort. Hold the plank for 60 seconds, focusing on controlled breathing and mental clarity. This isn't just about bracing your core, it's about finding stillness even when your muscles are burning. Do this 10 times over, 15 times over, for as much as you'd like. Remember, meditation is the key, building your abs is not. There you have it. The samurai were more than just warriors. They were the embodiment of honor, discipline, and focus. And their training, as all warriors should, went far beyond just training their body or their skills. It went past the battlefield into training their minds and their spirits. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the video today, and if you tried out the challenge, exactly how well you did. And if you did enjoy the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and the notification bell. Let me know exactly what you liked, and if there are any warriors throughout fantasy or history that you'd like me to break down next. So train hard, remain disciplined, and remember, honor above all else.